Hello, and welcome to Beer and Philosophy. Cheers. So today, I want to argue with you. Now, I want to talk about arguments. So arguments, in a colloquial sense, when we say arguments, we mean just, typically like conflict or verbally fighting with someone. In a philosophical sense, this means something slightly different. And there's a somewhat infamous person online who's fond of saying that's not an argument, which is ironic because of course that in itself is also not an argument. It's a little bit meta there, self-referential. So the fact that this person's statement of that's not an argument is in fact itself not an argument, I think perhaps highlights that whether or not something is an argument may not be the most important factor ever. Let's say. Okay, so what is an argument? Well, in a philosophical sense, an argument is a series of statements. Could be, I suppose, one statement up to, in theory, an infinite number of statements that attempt to either prove or disprove a certain conclusion. So that's it, right? So asking a question would technically not be an argument, although, one could make an argument for that. Things of that sort. So it's like making a statement, this is the case, this is the case, this is the case, therefore, this is the case. Or, therefore, this is not the case. Whatever may follow, allegedly. So, arguments, typically you can break them down into deductive arguments and inductive arguments. So we can get more into detail about that in a future video. How I would characterize those two types of arguments. Basically, an argument is just a series of statements that either support or attempt to disprove a certain conclusion.